It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A huge dome of high pressure continues to produce a sweltering heat wave with dangerous conditions and high heat indices across the plains, Midwest, and South. Heavy rain and flooding remain possible in West Texas and southern New Mexico due to remnants of Harold. Severe thunderstorms and damaging winds, hail, and heavy rain are expected in parts of the Great Lakes into the Ohio Valley. Closer to home, isolated to scattered thunderstorms will be possible through the weekend, generally favoring area mountains. Localized flooding can also be possible. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. Alamogordo Public Schools announced that a student of Mountain View Middle School took their own life. We at Alamogordo Town News and Crazy Radio stand in solidarity with the family, friends, and all those who have been impacted by this loss. Remember, help is available, and you may speak or text with someone today, 24 hours a day. All you have to do is dial 988. Tularosa High School administrators were notified of a possible weapon on campus yesterday. School administration and law enforcement worked swiftly to ensure the situation was thoroughly assessed and addressed. The school reports that the situation has been resolved and everyone is safe. They don't state if a weapon was found or not. As a reminder, in order to contact the police, fire, or EMS, if you have an emergency, you dial 911. Otherwise, you contact the Tularosa Regional Dispatch Authority by dialing 575-437-2210. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham has announced Albert R. Green III as the new Otero County Magistrate Judge. Green replaces Judge Michael Ryan Suggs, who resigned as of June 30th. Judge Green will begin his new role on October 2nd. Green was a domestic relations hearing officer with the 12th Judicial District Court beginning in January of 2023. Before that, he served as a senior children's court attorney with the New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department. Green has degrees from both Drew University and the Quinnipiac University School of Law. The Village of Tularosa is having a special meeting today at 4 o'clock. The agenda has been posted on villageoftularosa.com. Tomorrow is the final fourth Friday of the year, taking place at the Grigg Sports Complex from 6 until 10. Music by Whiplash by special request. Also, there's going to be a mechanical bull and inflatables available and a whole lot more. Again, that's Friday, 6 until 10 at the Grigg Sports Complex. Free entry for kids, 18 and up, just $1. Coming up on September 16th at the 30th White Sands Balloon Invitational is the Balloon Glow from 6 to 10 p.m. There will be free entry to the Balloon Glow, also featuring a mechanical bull, folklorical dancers, balloon animals, and a whole lot more, plus a live performance from Crossing the Line. The Republican Party of Otero County's monthly meeting is today. We heard from Chairman J.P. Barella.
Well, we have Rebecca Dow. She is coming down and having a parent empowerment. It's basically, depending on your school system, ways to get into their permanent folder that you want to be involved in your children and whatever the school is doing with the children. And then with Ethel Mahard, she does protection of the unborn, and she's coming in and speaking about what her organization's been doing and what they may possibly need help with.
See the Republican Party of Otero County Facebook page for details. This Saturday is the big Center of Commerce Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament at the Desert Lakes Golf Course. Special guest, 1968 Olympian John Carlos. I spoke with Carlos earlier this week.
Bring your kids out. Let's take a picture together. Let's have a festive day. This thing is all about raising money to help the youth in the area, and that's what I'm about, trying to create a foundation for tomorrow to our young kids.
That's this Saturday, the big Center of Commerce Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament at the Desert Lakes Golf Course. The Center of Commerce Facebook page has more details. Let's get a little good news in our life right now. Let's go now to Warren Robinson and have an inspirational moment.
You know, one of the greatest gifts in life is children. And when someone allows you to have a child in your presence, do this to them. Give those children in your presence the choice of love. Commit to love because it's right, not because it feels good. Give the words of love. We all need regular verbal assurance, but children need it most of all. Give the touch of love. Research has confirmed the human need for physical touch. The need to be held and cuddled is especially critical for babies. Give the encouragement of love. Put courage into those little people by letting them know that you are their best fan and cheerleader. Give the comfort of love. In times of pain or sadness, love offers healing comfort. Give the laughter of love. Laughter sets a pleasant mood, a bright tone. Make merriment a daily dose of love in your home. And give the discipline of love. Discipline establishes boundaries for children, making them feel safe and secure. Can't go wrong if you give them love. This is Warren Robinson with the Inspirational Moment.
Alamogordo Parks and Recreation is excited to announce the 4th annual Zubu 5K and Kids Mile to take place in coordination with Zubu this year. Registration opens up on Monday, August 28th at 8 a.m. All racers will receive a T-shirt as part of their registration. Awards will be given for first, second, and third place for men and women and boys and girls, as well as a costume contest for the 5K and Kids Mile. You know, last year I ran in the Kids Mile and I won. Yeah, I used a golf cart, but I still won. And the only awards I received were 3 pies to my face.
So do you like pies?
Yeah.
Really? What kind? Do you like whipped cream on your pies?
Oh, we got.
That's going to be your prize.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have 3 pies for you, Anthony, for your participation.
You just sit right there. Why don't you come up, hon, and just put it in his face. Just smash it really hard right in his face.
Yeah, in your face.
Go ahead, do it before.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the 3rd annual Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament, Saturday, August 26th at Desert Lakes Golf Course, featuring celebrity guest John Carlos. Contact the Center of Commerce today to sponsor our guest speaker, breakfast and lunch, golf handbag, and more. Golfers, call Desert Lakes at 575-439-0290 to secure your spot in the 4-man scramble best ball tournament. See you on the green.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Senator Martin Heinrich spoke yesterday morning at the Economic Forum of Albuquerque by addressing New Mexico jobs in clean energy, defense technology, and cybersecurity. Heinrich answered questions from the crowd, including concerns that a number of doctors are leaving the state, making it difficult for patients to see specialists in a timely manner.
I think one of the things we're going to have to wrestle with is the state's reliance on gross receipts tax. I think that's an example of a place where we are at a disadvantage to so many other states because of how we've structured our tax structure historically.
Heinrich also spoke about following through on education programs as outlined in the Yazzie Martinez lawsuit, which looks to fix education inequalities for often overlooked populations such as low-income and Native American students. The Attorney General's office is suing New Mexico Solar Group after numerous complaints from customers who have paid for services they have not received. New Mexico Solar Group was a solar service company that operated in the state for around 8 years until they abruptly closed their business a couple of weeks ago without warning, leaving some customers empty-handed after they paid for service. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres says his main goal is getting back thousands of dollars to customers, with the newest lawsuit to come from the office. Torres spoke with KRQE.
We've also identified several directors, owners of the company, who may also be liable and may share liability in the company, especially if there has been movement from the corporate assets to personal assets.
The Attorney General is also looking into 2 other solar companies. Torres says he's received dozens of complaints from New Mexicans about Meraki Solar and Titan Solar. The complaints accuse the companies of using unfair and deceptive business practices, including aggressive sales tactics and withholding important information from customers. Less than 1 year after taking the job, Donnie Quintana has chosen to leave his position as Secretary of the New Mexico Department of Veteran Services. Quintana, a military veteran and native New Mexican, was appointed to the position in January of 2023. He filled a vacancy after former Secretary Sonia Smith departed to be closer to family. Now that Quintana has stepped down, Brigadier General Jameson Herrera, the Deputy Adjutant General of the New Mexico National Guard, will fill in as acting secretary until a permanent replacement has been chosen by the governor's office. The city of Albuquerque claims the speed cameras they installed about a year ago are working. Valerie Hermanson, the Vision Zero coordinator for Albuquerque, brags about that.
10 cameras in place for 1 year or close to 1 year saw between an 18 and 88% decrease in drivers exceeding the posted speed limit by 10, 20, 30, or 40 miles per hour.
Nearly 95,000 citations have been given, and the city plans on expanding that program based on this so-called success. That's according to Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller.
On Coors and Paseo, speed cameras are also coming, which I know institutionally have been real raceways at times in our city.
The city has brought in millions of dollars in fines. You gotta love for-profit policing, don't you? Especially when there's not even an officer doing it. Ugh. However, this system has been found to have several flaws. Some citizens are suing for money of their own from the city of Albuquerque. For example, an Albuquerque woman filed a lawsuit back in February against the city after she filed an Inspection of Public Records Act to try and figure out when she was allegedly caught speeding. Albuquerque attorney Kenneth Stalter spoke with KOAT.
She wanted to know what this was about, why she was getting this, why she didn't get the initial notice.
State law guarantees that the public has access to government records, and records are considered things like emails, text messages, videos, photographs, and the like.
My client was very specific. She included the citation number that was in the collection notice she received. She included her license plate.
The city responded with a notice stating that they did not have enough information to locate her citation. So that prompted her to file a suit. But her case is not alone. Patrick Brenner with the Southwest Public Policy Institute.
In January of this year, we submitted a public records request to inspect the automated speed enforcement citation database.
Brenner filed suit because he claims he did not receive the database he filed a public records request to get. The city says they produced the data, and Brenner can pay to view the data. Politics for profit. Just sick. So essentially, if I'm understanding this correctly, if the computer says you're speeding, you get fined. If you want evidence, if they even find it, you are charged a fee. So it seems to me that no responsibility falls on the city. But in my mind, it will always be no victim, no crime. Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
In volleyball action today, Corona Vaughn heads to Magdalena. In football today, Alamogordo JV heads to Loving, Gadsden at El Paso, Americas at Las Cruces. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly sunny skies with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 88. Low tonight of 68. High tomorrow of 90 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly sunny skies with a 60% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch expected. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Partly sunny tomorrow with a 40% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 65. Low tonight of 49. High tomorrow, 69 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. We've also launched the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel, which will feature our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. We thank those of you who have subscribed and encourage those that have not done so to please do so. That way you too can be notified when news happens. This concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.